Alright, welcome back everybody. I'm going to do at least one more video here tonight, so let's go ahead and talk to Gatekeep here. And he awaits us within, so let's go ahead and enter.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow scions. To put it simply, they are here in the first. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the source. In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the first, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence, and thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time. As for your companions, however, Y'shtola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5. Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the first for almost a year. My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch. Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
Yeah, what have they been doing?
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes. Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die. And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain. For it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
Yeah, but I'll see you keep that promise.
Excellent. You will not regret this. With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Ah, more of a sightseeing tour, okay. But from how it sounds like everybody's okay, but they're stuck here. Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I've been informed that a room has become available at the Pendants. Which it turns out is perfect. Our path here will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to the wares. Come along. Okay, I guess we're heading this way. Go and grab the shard here. Oh wait, we have this one already. Okay.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough. Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Pretty sure those are tomes.
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your homeworld. Avan Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine lady is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from her home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift. How wonderfully exciting. What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin. But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails? Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other. Raise your hand. Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap her message to your friends in the Source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Let's go ahead. Give it to Tataru.
Consider it done.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
Let's roll your pack of Feu. You have access to delivery moogles, market boards, and slimming bells on the first. Where are we going? This way? Pendants, okay, that sounds, I think, perhaps right. I don't think we've been to this one so far. Nope. And there, I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You have a private room here at the Pendants for your duration of your stay. Make use of it as you see fit. When you're ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray you rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the Ocular Anon. I think that covers all the practical concerns. Thank you for answering my call, Narn. We were denied the comforting blanket of night, but we made peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Pleasure to meet you, miss, and welcome to your new home at the Penance. The room is ready if you'd care to retire. Sure, why not?
I know you. You're the warrior of light from the Source.
The Warrior of Darkness.
Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood. We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source, and tried to hasten their god's damned ardor. I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia. How she listened to our pleas, and returned our souls to the First. The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away. Leaving me to bear witness. Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood? 100 years. 100 long years. My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift. I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that? You were summoned to save the First. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who tried to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Well, I guess we have Albert hanging around with us. Actually, is he anywhere near the, Okay, he's over by the gate, so we should be able to just teleport over there. Set on in.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest.
And a ghostly visitor. It's kind of neat.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know. Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the flood of light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty. As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulm, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness. For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armarang. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin-Eaters. In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe. So, will it be Calicia or Armarang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount. Ah, but you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin-Eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Another quest down. Yeah, they're not as good as what we have, I can already tell, so it's not too much of a worry. I know, we haven't talked to Alpha in a while, so maybe we should go find him first. We should visit Alpha on Calusia, then. Excellent. As I mentioned, destination is an island off the west coast, so you'll need a mount capable of making the journey. Here's a letter of introduction. Present it to some Jijamai, the master beast at Timur's Rookery, and he'll take care of you. When you see Alpha, I'll be sure to pass on my warmest regards. We depart for Arag. Sally Alizé will be overjoyed to see you safe. I know she was particularly concerned for your well-being. She impressed upon me how regrettable the timing her summoning was, repeatedly. I only hope that my part in sending you to her will garner me some measure of forgiveness. Here, this is a letter of introduction addressed to a man named Khazard, master of a merchant caravan. There are few who know the ways of the desert as well as he does. Find him at the Almaro launch, and he'll see to it that you reach your destination. So we'll find Alphanod first, and then find Elizé after that. So it looks like it's straight across from here for the most part. Oh yeah, that was the shard we were looking for before on the roof and couldn't find it. Face is unknown to me. What business have you at the rookery? Signed by Uxark, no less. Yes, I can provide you for Amaro for passage to Calusia. I'll pick you up a friendly whelp. An Amaro, you say? That's right, mounts like my grey friend over here are a common sight in these parts. I gather you hail from further afield, more accustomed to those chocobos, perchance. I hear there are a few places where they ride little else. Seeing as I'm plainly unaccustomed to riding Amaro, I think it'd be best to accompany you on this flight myself. Any zone worthy of my name could do it, of course, but the Exart sent you to me. Ensuring you arrive safely is my responsibility. Gather your things and meet me at the Amaro launch. One of my junior tamers will tend to you while I ready the mounts. Where exactly are we heading? I think maybe we have to head for the rooftops, maybe? Maybe it's even further up than that. Okay. Another shard. Getting quite a few of these now. Oh, we got all the shards. Nice. Okay. You want to fly an Umbar to Kazuya? Well, I suppose the Master Jinimai is going with you. Wait here, please. The Master should be along with your mount shortly. Yeah, sorry. Lovely ether currents to find.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
Alrighty. We have arrived. This is Crackshell Beach, on the eastern coast of Galicia. You should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, suddenly attacks are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than elsewhere. It's the people you should be wary of. Spotting you that city in the distance, that is Elmore, the island's main settlement. Rivals the Crystarium in scale and was once our ally in a battle against the abominations. For years, the Almorian elite have fancied themselves the masters of what remains of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection, if we bend the knee. They say their ideas are questionable, be putting it mildly. Crystarium is one among the many who risk their heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Elmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Ezarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. I'm glad we understand each other. Now the Escar has instructed me to divulge a secret that you should make you finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. If you head south along the coast, you'll eventually come to a fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there, a man who goes by the name of Ivor. Ivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in Galicia, and will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a sprig of thyme, and let him know you can be trusted. Yeah, this should be enough. Find your friend, and I'll stay here with the Amaru until you're ready to return. Either current. Northwest. Okay, so up that way. Got a few enemies here, but we can pretty much pass them up, I think. Okay, not this one. We're gonna have to probably fight this one, I guess. Yeah. Another Hob of the Autumn joins the fray, why not? Interesting battle theme this time around. Okay, we should be heading up towards the Ether Current now. Or no, I guess it's further away from... Okay. Is there nothing over this way? I could have sworn there was. Yeah, there is something this way. That's why I was quite confused when it was telling me it was south. Yep, there it is. Okay. Ah, they're doing AoEs now. Nice. Go and grab this one. And the next one's actually further north. What? That's curious, but that's probably not a good way to go at the moment. Let's head back south for now. Yeah, there's one to the south of us, so we can at least grab that one too. Southeast. Ah, there it is, okay. I have no idea how that hobgoblin didn't see me. Okay, went to the west off that way. We'll probably be heading that way soon enough, so I don't have to worry about that at the moment. What are you after? Fish crab? Then I think I've got an eel in the barrel somewhere if you have a taste for them. I do love a bit of thyme. Chuck some in the pan, and it's like a bloody festival flavor. Now, what is I can do for you? Can't say there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks. Alphanut, eh? I know the one. Our young champion of the downtrodden. Almost richer than all of Norvrand put together, but it's a different story for them that live outside the city. Most spend every week in milking just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication to helping others stand all the more. I can hazard a guess as to where he is now. Get a message to him, but you'll need somewhere quiet to meet, away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. There's a fishing village just up the path here. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern that locals call the Leaky Keel. Wait there and I'll see that Alphanut joins you. Easy enough. No, Hobgoblin, I don't want to meet with you today. Is that the spot? Yeah, it is, okay. It's your first time at a tavern. It's customary to buy a drink if you mean lauder. What will you be having? Mead, why not? Fine choice, what will you be paying with? Oh, now these are exotic. Where'd you come by coins like that? Sorry, dear, I don't doubt they have value, but I don't have a touchstone that's test their purity. I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors, so we'll have to just come to some sort of other arrangement. Now here's an idea. There's a comment to the north that we grow our vegetables, but lately the pests have been eating more than we have. What do you say we do a bit of extermination work? Why don't you just quash any vermin you find, then visit the caretaker and give him an earful for one from me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in the old silo next to the fence, snoring like it is not. Do that for me, and you can lace about it here as long as you like. Must be this spot over here, I guess. It's not the whiptails. There are plenty of whiptails, though. They're all over the place. And one more over here. Oh, more than one this time. And done. Oh, it's over that way, okay. Let's give it another knock. Hear faint squeaking from the room beyond. Time to burst in and save the day, brave adventurer. No one's home, and judging by lack of furniture, they haven't been for some time. The gnawed scraps of vegetables on the floor suggest rats have taken up residence in their absence. Strange. Welcome back here. What did that good-for-nothing caretaker have to say for himself? Gone, Must have left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, outside Ilmore, you don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? And there I was thinking you were just another dreamer. Well, never mind all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Tis good to see you, my friend. The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, Alfino, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu. It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here. But the time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
Thought we lost you.
Huh. Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before. I see. Both the Exarch and Alize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change. But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire. Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more. Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course. In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure? And so we take to the road once more.
Alright, I think this is probably a good stopping point for tonight. We finally got Alphinaud back after not having him around for quite some time. And I'm sure we're going to have a quest chain with him now. So I'll see you guys in the next one to begin that.